Talking about food can be tricky. There's so much information, misinformation out there about which foods we should eat, what foods are good for you, what makes you live longer. But what we do know is that the link between poor nutrition, a poor diet, and the behaviours that we see in the classroom is undeniable. Kids who have a poor diet with low nutrition find it harder to concentrate. They find it harder to sit still. They might have some issues with processing emotions. And I know as teachers we can go, yeah, but that's nothing to do with us. We can't influence what's happening at home and what comes in the school lunchbox. But I reckon we need to think about this in a slightly different way. We absolutely can get in the conversation with parents and help them to understand how important it is to have a wide variety of nutrients in your diet, to be eating things that are good for our bodies as well as good for our brain. But to do that, I reckon we need to move away from that place of judgment. If we can move from judging what parents are doing or not doing or putting in their kids' lunchboxes to a place of support and empowerment, that's when we can really start to lean into this conversation. So as an educator, whenever you can, take the opportunity to teach your kids, to teach your parents about what kind of foods really help our brains. If you're not feeling that you're really confident on that matter, get a nutritionist in. Have a conversation with him or her and get him to share with the school community all the research that's really, really important. And keep it simple. I know there are schools doing some fantastic stuff on really low budgets to help families to understand the importance of food. One school in particular I work with in Melbourne's East are doing a great job with their little kitchen garden. It's nothing fancy, but what they make sure is that every week kids get to spend time in that garden with a learning support officer, learning how to build the garden, make sure that they know what they need to put in to get things to grow. And then they spend time picking and cleaning and actually cooking this food. And then they get to share it with each other. Some of these kids had no idea where their food came from before they started this program. So I reckon it's not that difficult. If we can just move to that place of empowerment, take the shame away from people and just give them some helpful hints, then we're really starting to change that conversation and our kids' understanding of how important food is for their brains.